You've come to a party given by Ken Follett in honour of Erica Jong, so I guess you're not expecting tea at the vicarage. We are here to celebrate the fact that Erica and I have not yet peed enough. We met 35 years ago at the ABA in Chicago. We had the same publisher, Elaine Geiger of New American Library. Erica was there to promote Fanny, I was there to promote The Key to Rebecca, and Elaine also published Stephen King, who was there to promote, I think, Firestarter. Probably pretty good year for New American Library, I should think, with those 3 books. And there was a party for Fanny, to which I went, and
Fanny being the true history of the adventures of Fanny Hackerbout Jones.
And I remember vividly the first sentence that I ever heard Erica Jong speak.
What was that?
I was talking to her editor and I said, will the book be called Fanny in England? And the editor said, yes. Why do you ask that question? And Erica said, because in England, Fanny means cunt. And I realized I was in the presence of a person who was going to tell it like it is. And we've been friends ever since. Now, the French writer Michel Houellebecq says that the only important thing about a novel is the presence of the author on the page, which is an odd thing for Houellebecq to say because his presence on the page is really obnoxious.
I loathe this book.
I knew you would loathe this book.
But all the critics love it.
On the other hand, there are quite a lot of authors who we really love, but who we might not actually want to be seated next to on a transatlantic flight. The stories of Henry James, for example, seem to be told by a terrible snob. Balzac, who I adore, strikes me as a kind of a spiteful elf. and Tolstoy, now we have a world expert on Tolstoy here, Jay Perini, who wrote The Last Station. I'd be interested to know if you agree with me. It seems to me that Tolstoy has a kind of... Tolstoy has God's ability to empathize with his characters, but he also has God's tendency to be judgmental. However, there are authors who, when you read them, you think, yes, I wish I knew that person. Every time I read George Eliot, I wish she was still alive so I could talk to her. And Erica is that kind of author. We love Erica for the same reasons we love her books. They are smart, they're perceptive, they're funny, and every now and again, they tell the embarrassing truth. And that's Erica. So, ladies and gentlemen, a toast to Fear of Dying and Erica Jong. And now for a word from the person without whom nobody would read any of our books, no matter how good they were. And so this is Jennifer Enderlin from St. Martin's Press, who's Erica's editor. Jennifer, where are you?
Right here. Should I stand on the...
Yes.
Okay, all right, let me see. I hope this isn't my most embarrassing moment standing on this. Ooh, okay, I'm billowing. Anyway, I think I might just float away. Right, exactly. I am flying. Anyway, I'm Jennifer Enderlin. I am Erica's editor in St. Martin's Press, and I want to start by saying it was just a little under 2 years ago, and Erica's novel was submitted to me, and I remember seeing the submission come and being just almost dumbstruck. Erica Jong with a novel called Fear of Dying by the author of Fear of Flying? Sign me up. I was so excited to get this submission, and I was lucky enough to win it. And when Erica and I started working together, I first met her for a lunch, and I remember thinking, I don't get intimidated very easily, and I am really intimidated because this is the Erica Jong. And we met at a restaurant on the Upper East Side, and I went in a little nervously because I was meeting an icon. I was meeting someone that I had read in high school. This doesn't happen every day of the week. And I thought, okay, this will either be a really quick lunch or a really long lunch. And it was a really, long and wonderful lunch where at the end of it, I felt like I had known Erica for 20 years. We just stayed and stayed, and I think our lunch probably went till about 4 in the afternoon, and it really could have gone longer. And then we set about to the work on the novel, and when we did, I was just completely floored by the collaborative spirit that someone with a track record and a history like Erica was willing to bring to the table in terms of working with me on this novel. And we worked and we worked and we got it perfect. And I remember the moment when we said, Erica, I said, Erica, this is, we can't get any better. This is phenomenal. And we started to send it out for other comments, and they started coming in, and people were loving the book just as much as we did. And it was just like every week we get a new comment, and it was wonderful, and more were building up. And then the book was published today, as a matter of fact, and all the other things that have happened, like the piece in the New York Times and the wonderful stuff at the Decatur Book Festival that happened this weekend. And I just think that a lot of people are going to find the Erica they knew and they loved, and a new Erica too. But one thing that they'll find too is the humor and the humanity that her books are always imbued with. They're here in this book, and they're here in spades. And I just hope, it was 10 years since Erica's previous book, and I really just hope it is not another 10 years, because I cannot think of the last time I have loved working with an author like I've loved working with Erica. It has been an amazing experience. Just her spirit of creativity, her poetic soul, her humor, and her humanity. And I hope that we have another book in a year. If not sooner. I'll take one tomorrow. But anyway, so on behalf of St. Martin's Press, we could not be more thrilled or more honored or more proud to be publishing this book. And Erica, we want you to be our author forever. You will be. Thank you.
My daughter says, "Mommy, short speech." Hi, Barbara. And I always listen to my daughter because I'm the woolly-headed, what did they call me at home? Absent-minded professor. And my daughter is very creative and very brilliant, but she is the pragmatist. So she said, "Shut up, Mommy, don't talk long." So I'm only going to say a couple of things. Ken Follett and I met at a book fair in Chicago with our late editor, Elaine Koster. Elaine Koster discovered Ken Follett, me, also Stephen King, and Khaled Hosseini when she became a literary editor, a literary agent. I'd like to raise a glass to Elaine, who had the most incredible taste. Okay, and who knew, I don't have a glass, but thank you, and who left us a couple of years ago and is much missed. She had taste that didn't fit any category. She loved good writing. She could see a Ken Follett, a Stephen King, an Erica Jong, and a Khaled Hosseini. She was amazing. To Elaine. And when Fear of Flying was published, my very literary first editor, Aaron Asher, said, "That book may sell 1,000 copies, 3,000 copies. It's a first novel by a poet." Aaron, who's also gone to that great Algonquin in the Sky, was the editor of Saul Bellow, and he was the editor of Philip Roth, and he was my editor. Okay, he was a very intellectual guy. Elaine said to him, "If you don't do a first printing of 30,000 copies, you can't have the book." So in my life, I have poets and pragmatists. I am very, very lucky. I come here tonight, I am surrounded by dear friends and family. I am a very blessed person. Yes, I've been hounded by the zipless fuck. Yes, I am a poet who's known as the happy hooker of literature. So the fuck what? I am blessed. I am blessed by Molly, by my grandchildren, by my last husband, Ken Burrows. And I am so lucky. And I look around the room at people who have been in my life forever. I look at Jay Perini. I look at Jennifer Enderlin. And I look at Jane Friedman, and I think, my God, and my agent of 20-some years, Ed Victor, and I think, boy, you have had a good ride, girl. Okay, thank you all. I want to bless you all for the parts you've played in my life. I feel very blessed, indeed. And I do love you. I'm surrounded by love. Thank you.